Welcome to the best Commander podcast in the world. Today we're answering the question, is cEDH a different format from EDH?
Short answer, yes.
I'm your host, Joe Cherries.
I'm your host, BZ, and that makes us the Nitpicking Nerds. As you know, this is our once-a-week podcast edition, so you can find it on Google Play, Spotify, iTunes Plus, whatever the names are.
iTunes Plus?
Sure.
I don't know if it's called
Why
that.
not?
So let's get right into it. We're going to talk about the distinctions between cEDH as a format and EDH.
So obviously, people might not know what we mean by when we say cEDH, so talk about what cEDH actually is.
cEDH is competitive EDH. It's focused on winning. You want your deck to win as fast as possible, and it makes the most important thing to do, comboing.
It's not pulling punches, it's like no holds barred, you're not fooling around. When you take a look at the Commander format, everyone starts at 40 life. How are you supposed to deal 120 damage? Well, the fastest way is to deal infinite damage. There's 2 or 3 card combos out the wazoo that can just make infinite mana, deal infinite damage, whatever, so that becomes the fastest way to do it. Cards with mana cost 3 or less, get super high priority. Everything else needs to be, insane.
So this essentially sounds like EDH, but why, going right into it, why is this a different format?
And what do we mean when we say it's a different format?
There's so much different kind of cards, and essentially cards let's get right into it. Inbred decks is what we first said here, and metagaming. So cards 3 cards right here, Spell Pierce, Silence, Carpet Flowers. These cards see play because in cEDH, blue is so prevalent.
Blue is the best color.
So Carpet Flowers is just awesome to put in a deck. If you sit down at a regular table of EDH, there's a good chance that it might be a card that does nothing.
It might just if one player has islands, that's not really that good. It adds 1 or 2 mana, maybe 3 or 4 in the late game. These also cards that just have no synergy with anything. They're just once you get to playing Magic down to high power level, they're just good cards. It's not like Spell Pierce does anything for any commander except for Baral.
And Spell Pierce doesn't even really do anything. It's not very good.
When everything is 1, 2, and 3 mana and the games are interactive and end on turn 3 to 6, let's say, Spell Pierce is great. It's going to protect your combo. It's going to disrupt other combos because no one has that mana line around.
Yeah, so it's great in cEDH. It's such a huge difference. It's great in cEDH, great playable card. Horrible in regular EDH, where it's
what if your opponent has 6 lands? All right, well, I'll make you pay 2 extra. That was a whole card I just spent.
Yes, and so often it'll just do nothing. Silence is another one. Basically what Silence is going to do, Silence makes it so your opponents can't cast spells. It just lets you add an extra card to your combo, essentially. So
Yeah.
it's all right, if I add Silence to the beginning of the combo.
They have to counter Silence or they lose.
And then it's instead of being a 3-card combo, now it's a 4-card combo, including Silence.
Yeah, I just has no place. I mean, the Commander, we talked about what cEDH is. I think Commander is a format where fun is the primary objective.
Yes.
I don't, winning is put to the back burner. You play what's cool. You play what interests you. You can play to win too, but I think there's a very clear difference in a Commander deck built to win, what we would call 90%, and then what everybody else is calling, 91 to 100% decks.
Yeah, I mean, you're just never going to, if you're building your 100% decks, you're just never going to leave out your Mana Crypts either.
Yeah, that's kind of what, they never leave out the Mana Crypt, the Soul Ring, the Ancient Tomb, the, Mox Diamond.
Yeah, those cards they're so easily just thrown into every deck.
Because they're all busted.
Exactly.
And then we get to another difference between the 2 formats later. What's the next one we talk about a little bit is speed.
I mean, cEDH ends if everyone's playing a cEDH deck at the table.
And we're talking about relation to number of turns in the game. Obviously, a 2-turn cEDH game can go way longer than a 10-turn Commander game, potentially.
But realistically,
on
it's not
turns, it's going to be turn 4 to 10 is 90% of cEDH games, and turn 4 to 10 is 10% of Commander games. I don't know, 15, whatever.
Yeah. So the games are just so fast in cEDH. If everyone sits down, everyone has a deck that's intended to go off and win as fast as possible.
Do a thing, protect the combo, or stacks disrupt everybody else, and then combo off with some other thing.
Yes. So it's just, if you sit down at the regular game of EDH, nobody, there's definitely there's usually combos at tables. There's combos at almost every table, but it's going to take so much longer to get through a game.
You're not going to play your 6-mana 6/6 with other maybe I gotta play Grave Titan at a cEDH table. It's just either we'll never get to the point where you can cast it, won't resolve, or have literally no impact on the game because creatures don't really matter.
How bad is the card Expropriate at cEDH table?
Unless you're casting it for free, it's pretty butt.
Yeah, it just doesn't do anything in a cEDH game because people also have stuff like Spell Pierce where it's like, yeah, it's a tap out card, and it's like, well, I've spent all this stuff and now I'll Spell Pierce it. It's like
Even on like Force of Will, Force of Negation, stuff like that, it's just gonna completely own you.
yeah, but the card Expropriate is extremely good and extremely annoying at a regular cEDH table.
Said it was one of the most annoying cards. I did not put Silence as one of the most annoying cards, even though Silence might be one of the most annoying cards in cEDH. I don't know, and I don't need expertise on cEDH to be able to say, hey, these feel like different formats to me.
They are different formats. I mean, it's really simple. This isn't
Well,
even.
let's get into.
Well, I just have a good point. If you watch gameplay, watch a game by the Spike Feeders, where they're all playing cEDH decks, and then go to a video. I can't even think of an example. Battle of the Brew.
Yeah, Battle of the Brews.
Battle of the Brew. It's like watch the difference in those games. Those games aren't the same type of game at all. They're not. They're virtually just opposites. Like they're all trying to go off. They're doing awesome things. Nothing wrong with it.
I think playing competitive is fun. I do it from time to time. I have a competitive deck. I like to play it. It's fun to just kind of play to win.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but just we're acknowledging that's a different format.
Yeah, I'm not even saying anything positive or negative about either format right now. We're just saying they're different things. They're different animals. I don't know why. Well, we'll get into. This is the next bullet point. Go try to take this in order.
Core values. Fun is not a priority when you're playing cEDH.
We're trying to solve the format, which I don't think is possible in regular Commander, because there really isn't a format. It's like just play whatever you want. The justification for why you're playing a card is because if you say I like it, that is automatically you are justified in playing that card.
Yeah.
Not like, well, I think actually, Narset's Reversal is better than Arcane Denial or whatever. It's like, it could be. Yeah, maybe it just is, and you should run this other spell.
Yeah, and like if you're not going for that when you're playing cEDH, you're looking to just. If you're playing Flash Hulk, you're looking to do Flash Hulk as soon as you possibly can, win the game, the game's over.
Yeah, play with Thassa's Oracle, play Demonic Consultation, exile your whole deck, do some form of that.
Ugh, Thassa's Oracle has been a silly card in a lot of formats.
I think that Demonic Consultation is really stupid.
I think Thassa's Oracle is probably the stupid card.
Well, just the fact that you have to name a card, and if you name Mountain in your blue deck, or your blue-black deck, it just exiles your whole deck.
Yeah.
It's just dumb. Obviously, that's not how the card's supposed to work.
It's how the card works.
That's not supposed to. I don't think that's what they meant to.
It's
like,
not.
1 mana, exile your whole deck. Okay, great. What else? Cards are added, as we said, or cut based on how efficiently they provide you an advantage or resources.
Yeah, I mean, if something like a card that's probably not very good in regular EDH is 3 minutes to Fairy.
Oh, Time Raveler?
Well, he's okay. I'm not saying he's a bad card. Definitely not saying he's bad. But in cEDH, if you can get him down early on turn 2 and your opponents can't answer him, now you're such a huge threat because you can combo off at any time and no one can stop you.
Yeah, I think at that point you just plus him. You just keep him alive. He's so good. Now the last one, this is probably the biggest one for why they're different formats, because every single one touches on this. They're not compatible. You can't take a Commander deck and play it against a cEDH deck unless you want somebody to just not have fun or just lose horribly. They're not matched up at all.
There are two things that are going to happen when you sit down at a table and there's a cEDH deck and there's 3 regular. Say one guy sits down with a cEDH deck and 3 people sit down with
tuned Commander decks.
The cEDH player will either go off extremely easily and win, or because the cEDH player is playing so many cards that don't do very much and he's so focused on getting his combo and stopping other players with stuff with Force of Negations and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like his deck is so built to be that his deck won't do anything and he'll end up having no fun.
We've played plenty of games against cEDH decks where we're playing tuned Commander decks. Oh, they got interacted with 2 or 3 times. Because, who else is trying to win the game on turn 3? Oh, just them. Okay, so they're going to get interacted with first. And then now their stupid cards don't do anything because they're matching up against like creatures that are just attacking, like just random mid-range things.
Yeah.
Like you don't have any answers for this. Narset, Parter Veil's like, okay, attack it. It's dead. Or it doesn't matter because I don't care. I'm trying to play creatures and equipment or something.
Yeah.
I've seen it happen many times.
Yes. Oh, so many times. Like this isn't something that we have no experience in for sure. Like in my casual FNM, I've had somebody sit next to me with a cEDH deck, and just they didn't have fun because they weren't able to do what they wanted to do.
Yeah, and even you've sat down with like a really tuned Commander deck, and everyone else has just got jank. and you just steamroll them.
And it's like, oh, well, I didn't mean to do that.
Yeah, you're like, oh, okay, I didn't ask what the power level we were going for was, and you just roll them over. It happens. I would say intentionally doing so, bringing a cEDH deck to a non-cEDH environment, you're a scumbag. It's just scummy.
Yeah.
It's called pub stomping in the business.
It's just silly. It's like,
Are you kidding me?
what's the point? If you just want to win a game of EDH, why don't play EDH? Play a different format.
I mean, no, you're allowed to.
What I'm saying is,
allowed to want to do whatever you want with Commander.
I'm talking about
make
pub
your
stomping.
intentions known. Oh, that.
I'm talking about pub stomping. If you want to go in and your only intention is to win by beating bad kids, why do that? Just go play a different format.
Go, roll the dice at F&M. See if you can play against like actual children. But like, why would you say like, let's play some Commander, guys? Oh, I brought my Thrasios Tymna deck. Oh, get you. They just didn't. They didn't know, and they might not want to. They might not have wanted to play with you if they knew that, and they're just not going to like you after. And finally, this might be one of the most, not finally, but the last bullet point, possibly the most important bullet point, because we're going to have to say it at least 2 more times.
That we have no problem with cEDH?
Absolutely no problem at all. I think it's cool. I think it's nice to see, like, oh, what if we tried to solve it versus, well, what if we just do whatever we want?
cEDH is perfectly fine. Again, no issues with it.
No. It's cool. I watch cEDH gameplay. It's fun to see what the most powerful decks in the format can do.
It's just a different format. It's a different format where you're just going to try and do the most busted, most powerful thing overall and just do it to the extreme to win.
It's just like if you take 2 animals and then you put them on different islands and they like breed or whatever, and then thousands of years goes by, it's like they're different species now. They're not this. They can't like intermingle again. It's not gonna happen. It's just a different animal. That is totally a good analogy.
I don't know if it is.
It is.
Also, like another random bullet point about cEDH, realistically, it's probably like, if you're going like full cEDH, there's probably like 10 or so viable commanders.
Okay. There's like 30.
30?
There's like 30 or 40, let's say.
Okay.
Commanders you can play. Well, what about regular commander? Oh, it's all of them.
It's literally all of them.
And there's no possible reason anyone could shoot down any given commander.
Yeah. What about those 0-pointers?
Doesn't matter. No. If you want to play Tobias Andrian beatdowns with your 5-mana 4/4, you should be able to do it.
Yeah. I mean, and just have fun. Do what you want. If that's your favorite card in all of Magic, you can make it your commander, and you won't be at you won't be at a extreme disadvantage other than your commander says nothing.
Your commander has no text. Almost no text at all. But I just the only thing that commander players need to worry about is matching power level. There's been a lot of people talking about how like the 1 through 10 scale is dumb because everyone's, like my deck's a 7. Oh, it's steamrolled your deck that you thought was a 7 because no one can match it up. I would say like, are we playing to win? That's like the only question I think that even matters. Are we playing to win, or are we just kind of playing a game and see what happens?
Yeah. Actually, yesterday I didn't join in on games of Commander because I looked around and like I saw a game and I'm like, I just can't. My deck is not like I saw what they were playing. I saw like I know what I only had one deck with me.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I knew the power level of it. I'm like,
Yuriko deck.
It just wouldn't be fun.
No.
It's like I don't want to just win. They're having fun playing EDH. I would have fun playing EDH, but I don't want to just run them over. And I knew that I would because they were playing very casual decks.
I like that. My preferred was we have a play group of like 9 or 10 people. It's all pretty even in terms of like what the decks do. We have our low power decks. We have our high power decks. We know what they are. I'm not too keen on playing with strangers unless I know that we can just play to win. And then I have no qualms about anything you could ever do.
Yeah, that's when cEDH is better, is when you're playing at an event to win.
Right, yeah. You play for money or you play with your friends. And you're like, all right, I want to test out my deck. I'm trying to make it as good as possible.
Yes. What about this ban list thing?
Okay, so since cEDH is a different format, we would we would classify them as different formats. Should they have different ban lists? I would say yes. I mean, would cEDH even have a ban list?
Yes.
What would they ban? Like, obviously,
I don't.
Over 90% of the stuff on the actual ban list would come off, right? That would give them more stuff to, like, that would probably make the meta or the environment better, right?
What stuff comes off?
Like Worldfire has no text.
Oh, yeah. Worldfire is off.
Sway of the Stars has no text.
Yeah.
Like basically everything, right? What's staying on?
I don't know. I'd have to look at the list. We haven't looked at it in a while. I don't feel like looking at it.
But you know what I mean?
Totally an
Like
Academy thing, huh?
braids can just come right back into the format. That card has no reason being banned. We're not even saying that I think half the cards in the ban list now should be banned. What do we say? We take off so many.
But
we did a whole video on it, but that was a while ago.
Yeah, but we definitely, if we're talking about cEDH, like you said, cards like Wolffoot and Spider Stars don't have text in
They don't
cEDH.
have any text. Any of the land destruction, whatever, like fun isn't a factor. So any card that's like, oh, Iona isn't fun. Who cares? Doesn't matter. The card's terrible. It's so much mana. Or it's a good reanimator target.
It's like it's just a good reanimator target. It's not even the best.
No.
It's like how much better is like a Razaketh with 2 creatures?
Yeah, that'd be insane. I think that the rules committee doesn't really have any interest in cEDH, obviously, right? They're not really taking actions. People are talking about Flash should be banned. I don't know if Flash needs to be banned or whatever, or if it's Hulk, or if it's Thassa's Oracle, or if it's something. Maybe something needs to be banned because that format I've heard complaints about.
Yeah,
So then there could be a separate rules committee so that they could ban Flash because no one cares about Flash in Commander, and I can't see that card ever getting banned.
Yeah, unless you're playing a cEDH deck, you don't care about Flash. Flash is just not a real card.
Yeah, maybe there's other stuff that would make cEDH more reasonable that could get banned that would just never even be a question for the rules committee because they don't play cEDH and they don't have to.
Random thing I just thought of: Sylvan Primordial and Primetime, they'd be off that list too.
Sylvan Primordial?
Yeah.
Said that real fast.
Yeah, Sylvan Primordial and Primetime, they just get right off the ban list for cEDH.
I don't even think that Primetime should be banned. I think Primetime's fine.
I think Sylvan Primordial should be banned.
That card's stupid.
That card's real
That card
silly.
is not fun.
Game-
Primetime is more fun.
Game warps around that card.
Oh, yeah, big time.
But only in the regular EDH, not in cEDH.
Well, but you could flash it in on turn 2. And
That would actually not be bad.
that would be so good.
That'd be very good. Of all the not actually win the game flash things you can do, that's probably one of them.
That's a 2-card 6-for-1.
It's pretty good.
Okay.
And-
I mean, Sylvan Primordial. Nah. What were you doing? I think Gavin Verhey designed that one.
They,
Because he said it's like he designed Iona, I think, and that's the second card that he designed that got banned or whatever. I don't know.
well, that's the video. We talked about cEDH. We talked about EDH. Why are they different? You got all over everything.
Should they have different ban lists? I'm gonna say yes.
What do you actually think? Because this is actually something that me and BZ discuss more often, but we haven't really had the conversation with others too much.
Okay, so the audience of our channel, we don't make content for cEDH players really. We make competitive decks, and they can enjoy that, and that's fine. Because we've done 3 or 4 competitive things now. This is just talking about it because everyone's talking about it for some reason. I don't see the issue. They're clearly not the same format. You can't play them together, really.
No,
I don't see the issue.
they don't intermingle well. That's for sure.
No, they do not.
But special shout outs to all 45 of our patrons.
45 patrons we have.
Yes, we love you guys all as much as we can without making you uncomfortable. Thank you so much. No one complained that we didn't shout them out, so shout outs to all of you for not complaining.
Everyone who didn't complain, shout outs.
So thank you. You guys are awesome. We love you all. We love our mothers.
Tammy and Michelle.
Tammy and Michelle. They're awesome.
Honorary patrons, but they don't go towards the count. We're at 45.
Yeah, we can't count them toward our actual patrons because they don't actually give us money.
They have given us money before.
That's true. Like
Thousands and thousands and thousands of, like raising a child. Yeah. They get it.
If you're thinking Nitpicking Nerds, I love you, but I can't support you monthly on Patreon because I already got so many things going on.
I have 6 jobs, and they all pay me $1 a week.
Okay, well, that was a weird thing to say. You can go to buymeacoffee.com. It's a virtual tip jar where you can give us virtual tips.
Right. That way, you don't have to give us 1/3 of your income monthly. Just 1/3 of your income for 1 month.
Also, it's not a virtual tip; it's a real tip. So be careful.
Yeah. It's a digital tip jar.
It's a
not a virtual tip jar.
Yeah,
I think you've just been saying that wrong for weeks.
probably digital tip jar.
It is a tip jar. I mean, I hope nobody gave us fake money, and then realized they lost
You
like
have
$15.
to put your PayPal in.
You don't know.
Nobody put their PayPal inside. Oh, this is fake.
Anyway, what else can I do?
They can also, if you guys want, you can go to TCG Player.
YouTube.com and find the link in the description for TCG Player.
Yes, it's in the description. It'll take you to TCG Player. And from there, you can navigate to the whole site and buy whatever you want, and we'll get kickback. And we appreciate that very much.
We certainly do. Do we have anything else? Or are we just done?
I think we're done.
Great.
Peace out, Trap Scout.